Hello guys, this is Silvia from Untitled Chapter and my channel Silviamemoir, and this will be a pick a card for the collective, so this will be for all zodiac star sign. I hope you had a lovely weekend Halloween. I did, and I'm quite excited about doing this pick a card, which will be linked still with the energy of the Halloween. So I'm gonna choose a few cards. There will be 3 piles of cards. Just choose a pile with your intuition and see what kind of messages come through for the upcoming days for you. If you are returning to the channel, thank you so much for your support. Please remember, if you want to like and subscribe, this really helps the channel to be found, the video to be found, and genuine reader like me to grow. It is for free, you know, all of the content is for free, so it doesn't cost anything, but makes a huge difference. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the free content and to watch tarot and my channel with me. Okay, so I'm gonna pick 2 cards from this pile. If you're interested to see more, you can find me on Instagram. Now I just have to, I had problem with my old accounts, there was lots of spams on it and Instagram wasn't really helping, so I decided to close it down and to restart again and open a new Instagram account. You will find the information in the links. Then we're gonna take 3 tarot cards. Today is also, for mostly Catholic, the Day of the Dead, where you commemorate them and the life they had, go to the cemetery, leave gift or flowers, and basically celebrate their memory. So I'm going to take 3 cards from the tarot. Then I'm gonna take this lovely oracle. There will also be timestamps on the video if you don't want to see me shuffling the cards. It's up to you. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. So choose your pile, your reading with your intuition, your gut feeling, and then I will see you in a minute with the actual reading. Thank you. Okay guys, this is group number 1. Let's explore the messages together and let's see what kind of message come for you in the upcoming days. So let's see first the overall energy for this reading from this oracle card. So we got truth and inner strength. Okay, so for the people that we are reading, you know, for this group number 1, so there is an emphasis on finding out some sort of truth or have some sort of realization. And I think this truth will force you to find inner strength in yourself, to strengthen your will, find, perhaps it could be a hard truth. So something that requires us to be stronger. So interesting. So let's see the second card. Let's see this one. Childhood trauma. Okay, so for some of you this could be related to some sort of childhood trauma that you carry with you. Just put the cards like this. That you might, there could be something related to your childhood that will cause you trauma because you find out some sort of truth or information that you were not aware of. Let's explore more the card. Let's see the tarot. We have Judgment, Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So the first thing that comes out to mind here that is highlighted is judgment. The judgment is about having second chances, you know, having forgiveness and have like a wake-up call. So I feel definitely somebody needs to ask you for forgiveness and to ask you for second chances. This could be someone that has caused you this childhood trauma, or perhaps has disguised something about your childhood that they should have probably revealed a long time ago. And this is what I feel coming strongly with this reading. And we also have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, which are childlike kind of energy. I feel is also highlighted a need for action. And with the Page of Wands, I feel like you will be asked to be courageous, maybe to deal with this new revelation. And also you will be able to find out the actual truth, all of the information that you need to be able to deal with this situation and with this discovery, basically. It could simply also be for some of you, someone that you are close to that has caused you some childhood trauma. It could be a family member or someone which was close to you as a child. And now they want a second chance. They want to redeem themselves. They want to redeem the situation. They want to be able to start again, and this will require it from you to have that kind of strength that you need to deal with a difficult situation. So this is what I see. Let's just do some clarification about judgment. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more about why do we have judgment in this situation, why there is a need for forgiveness and second chances. Please show us the card. Please show us the card. Let's see. Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is like Ten of Swords is about being defeated, a very painful ending. So I feel like someone knows that has caused you a lot of hurt, and that's why they want a second chance. They want to redeem themselves. You know, this card is also about deep wounds, and this will explain again why in this reading we got some childhood trauma. Of course, it doesn't have to be really dramatic or really serious. For some of you, could be. For some other of you, you know, it could be something that, you know, you just carry with you in your adult life that wasn't very pleasant. You know, maybe something to do also with a loss, because now today, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, today is the celebration of the Day of the Dead in Christianity, commemoration. So perhaps it's coming to mind now that maybe for some of you, you've lost someone really dear to you or connected to you that has caused you this childhood trauma, and you have kept it, you know, for a very long time in your life. Please tell me, what else do we need to know about this childhood trauma? Please tell us, what else do we need to know, useful, about this childhood trauma, please, for the collective. Please show me the card. Show me the card. Six of Swords. So yeah, there is baggage. Somebody, so this trauma, this baggage has been following the collective around for a long time, but there is a need to release it. There is a need to move away from this baggage, that it doesn't give you any, doesn't do any good to you, basically. So the reading is asking you to release this baggage and move away to calmer waters, move away to a new future for yourself, and release it. And I believe that you will probably be able to do that once you confront maybe some sort of truth, or you find out more, and you get the courage to kind of deal with it and then close the chapter, you know. Perhaps deal with this kind of emotion once and for all. Now let's see what kind of advice we get for this reading, for this group. So we have anticipation. Now let's see what this card means exactly for this group. So it's number 3. Each morning when I wake up, there is a crow outside my window on the street lamp, anticipating the arrival of a meal. Perhaps I trained the crow, or maybe it was the other way around. When there is a pattern, we begin to expect a particular outcome. Anticipation brings hope and butterflies into the belly as we expect something to happen that brings joy or satisfaction. There is but one warning: be careful of any attachment held for the desired outcome. If what you receive falls short of expectation, the feeling of joy can transform into disappointment. What are you looking forward to at this moment? How will you adjust your expectation if the expectations are not met? So I feel this is a very interesting kind of card advice message, because I think this is related to the person and the situation that has caused discomfort, the trauma related to your childhood. And I feel the message is basically saying to understand our, manage our expectation, because if we don't, we could get disappointed. on the type of outcome that we expect maybe from the situation or people's behavior. So I think for some of you, you will have to manage your expectation, especially when you find out or you try to move on from this kind of trauma related to this person or this situation. Okay, interesting. Now let's see what is the second advice for this group. The Egg Stone, feminine power, embodiment, fertility. So let's see in more details what is this card about. I'm using the Ancient Stone Oracle. So the Egg Stone, let's have a look. Sometimes people also believe they don't have any childhood trauma that they carry, but actually I think the majority of us always carry some sort of trauma or thing related to the past when we were young. So number 76. So the Eggstone card is a symbol of these things: feminine power, unapologetic embodiment, and fertility. The Eggstone urges us to honor the feminine in ourselves and to others, no matter how we identify. It urges us not to waste time being distracted by the noise of patriarchy and instead confidently lead the way in protecting the feminine within us, with others, and within the earth. This is a card of feminine leadership, of respecting the feminine nature of life, which means respecting and protecting life in general. It can also be a sign of birth, both physically and metaphorically, in the form of a child or some sort of creation. I honor the feminine power in myself. So this is another interesting type of card and advice for this group, because I believe that the reason why this card show up in this reading is because it's asking you to acknowledge your emotion. So feminine energy is all about our emotion, our gentle sides of ourselves, which we embody wherever we are, male or female. And I think this is what the card is asking for the people in this reading. It is to acknowledge our feelings and not be afraid to show how we actually feel and embody this energy. Yeah. Sometimes some people might struggle to show their vulnerability or their feminine, their nurturing, more feminine side of themselves, but sometimes is what we need. So this is an interesting group for this reading. I'm just gonna ask for one more card advice to conclude this reading. Let's see what we get for this group. So the card is integration. And it's a wave all parts into wholeness. Now let's see in more details what is this card about. Card number 42. True healing doesn't eliminate difficult aspects of yourself. It integrates them into the world that includes light and shadow, strength and vulnerability, success and failure. as equally valuable parts of your human experience. Identify one aspect of yourself you have been rejecting and find a way to actually make it serve you. I embrace all aspects of myself as valuable part of my well-being. So this is an interesting final card for this reading, because he highlights that, you know, we cannot eliminate to be able to heal difficult part of our past or situation that we carry with ourselves. You know, we have to acknowledge everything, the goods and the bad, and this is how we truly heal and how we grow as people. So we cannot take any shortcuts. Sometimes we got to feel the feelings of situation, and we shouldn't let them dictate, you know, our life, even if they are difficult to overcome. So this is a lovely reading. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon on my channel with another reading. Bye bye. Hello, this is the powerful group number 2. Pick a card. So let's explore the messages together and see what kind of energy you are dealing with in the upcoming days. So let's start with the overall energy for this group reading. So we have gamble and needy. Okay, so we got 2 interesting energy here. So I feel like this is something to do about wanting to make yourself useful. This could be yourself or someone in your life. I need a desire to feel needed, to feel like you can contribute to someone and make them happier or better. And or maybe giving to people or doing things for people, it makes you feel more worthy and better with yourself, even if you shouldn't feel like that, you know. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to do always good things or make yourself available for people for them to care about you. But sometimes we do think like that. And then there is gamble. I feel like taking chances. Taking chances that they can be, you know, good or, you know, can get right or wrong. When you're taking a gamble, you never know what kind of outcome you're gonna get. So maybe some of you are taking a gamble and trying to be like this, because if you are not wanted or feel like needed, you don't feel good about yourself or something like that. So something that you might need to work on. Let's see what's the other card. You were right. So someone or yourself are acknowledging about being right about something. Maybe it's about this energy of wanting to be needy, wanting to be useful for somebody. Okay, let's see what we get from the tarot. We have the Lovers, the King of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so we got another card that bring again this energy with the gamble of juggling something. And we got the Lovers. So this is not has to be necessarily a love reading for the people that I'm reading for this group. But the Lovers is about having a strong partnership with someone that can be romantic, also could be a different type of a friendship or a strong connection with someone. Maybe we have a business or we are connected somehow through something. So I feel like somebody took a gamble and tried to make themselves needy and useful, and perhaps something went wrong. or maybe somebody took some gamble decision that they didn't end up well, because I can see here there is about juggling, juggling maybe a different decision. So this is what I'm thinking. Someone was trying maybe to balance more than one thing in this connection. And I feel like someone was very decisive and very authoritative in making decision. Perhaps not considering the other person's point of view, or the other person's perspective on the situation. And so a gamble was taken and maybe didn't pay off, and someone said, okay, you were right about it. Let's try to clarify some of these cards. Why do we have the Two of Pentacles in this reading? What was this person trying to jungle? Why do we have the Two of Pentacles, please? Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is somebody very nurturing, gentle, stable, someone that you can confide to. So I think someone was confined in someone to make the right choices, and someone was more stubborn than the others and then took a big gamble. Tell me more about this energy for this reading. What else do we need to know about this energy? Judgment. So for this group we got Judgment as well, and this is about having a wake-up call or asking for second chances or forgiveness. So I feel like someone needed to make a choice, or juggling choice, and they didn't choose correctly. They took a gamble and maybe didn't pay off, because the one person was very stubborn in a connection. And like I said, it could have been romantic or maybe not. It could be a friendship or a business partnership or something like that. But yeah, there is a need to want it to start again, have a second chance. I believe one person maybe was more nurturing and more passive in the situation, and one person instead was very stubborn and coming very strong and decisive with the decisions. This is what I'm seeing. Now let's see what we get from the oracle as advice and messages. So we got release. So let's see what we find out more about this card from this oracle. Card number 39. When the time comes when we cannot grieve anymore and it's time to let go, release is the next steps. This card might come to you when you need help moving forward or accepting an ending. It is time to move on, rise up, and release yourself from the past. Release represents the transition between letting go and moving on. It is the moment when you become aware that you can no longer hold onto the past or an event that cannot be altered. You might need to consider if the situation is blocked or impacted by something that needs to be released. So this is an interesting card. The card is highlighting the fact that you might not be able to change what has happened before in a situation from the past. and so it needs to be released. To be able to move forward, you need reset. And that's why I think we got the Judgment card about having a second chance. But to be able to do that, yes, we have to sometimes accept that what has happened before cannot be altered, what's done has been done, and so we have to move forward and maybe find another way to reset or start again, or to completely give in on a situation, you know, like perhaps if this was a business partnership, maybe to stop it, or accept what did go wrong and start again. Now let's see what other message do we get from this other oracle. Leave the question. Curiosity, open your mind, live into it. So this is another interesting card. Let's see what we get from this oracle. Let's see what the artist say more about this card. So number 100. To leave the question is to fully engage with uncertainty of life rather than simply seeking quick and easy answers. It invites us to be open to experience, to explore and reflect, and acknowledge that the journey itself can be just as valuable as any destination. In essence, it encourages a state of curiosity, wonder, and humility as we navigate the complexity of being human. When we leave the question, we stop waiting for the answer and instead choose to live in it. We take baby steps and let life reveal itself to us through the living. We enter a creative dance with life. We merge with the sacred rather than separating ourselves from it. We enter a world of wonder and away instead of expecting certain every moment of every day. The ancient stones have been here for much longer than we have, and they hold answer beyond that which we can possibly comprehend. They are whispering for us to zoom out on our short-lived experience and instead live into the question we have in our comparable brief lifespans. So this is an interesting message for this reading. I feel like it's basically highlighting the fact that we, you know, sometimes we don't get the answer that we seek, and we have to be open to possibilities. Sometimes things don't go as we would like, but even when things go wrong, that can be part of the journey or the experience, and we get more knowledge, and then we can say, okay, it didn't work out, I can start again now and use my experience and my knowledge now to make things different. So yeah, this is a very interesting message for this group. And it also highlights that we are human, you know, and sometimes we do make mistakes. So to conclude the reading, I'm gonna take one more card from this oracle. Let's see what card do we get for this group number 2. So I hope this brings release to wherever this reading is for. And bring a bit of positivity and, you know, hope for the future moving forward. So the card is Vision. See beyond current limitation. Okay, this is a great card. So again, the reading is highlighting to see beyond your limitation of what has happened in this situation. Now let's see in details the message for this card, the number 27. Your ability to envision possibility beyond present circumstances is a gift that can be literally reshape reality. Don't let others' limited thinking constrain your expansive dreams. So yeah, so basically the card is saying to have a vision, to see beyond limitation, and don't let anybody, constrain you in possibility, or constrain you to the circumstances. Things can always change or improve, and so it's up to you basically. Write down one vision that you have for your life without ending for realism or other approval. So yeah, you don't need approval for other people to envision what you want to build, what you want to do. So remember that you got your choice and your will. Yes, you can listen to other people, but don't let other people dictate what you want to do and how you want to do things. Everybody always have an opinion, and everybody will always have an opinion about your choice or your life, and you just have to ignore it, basically. That it would be my advice. I trust my vision and take steps to bring it into reality. So I think this reading is encouraging you to still, if you believe in a connection, or you believe in some sort of partnership, yes, if you believe in it, you want to try to get a second chance and move forward and still have a vision for it, go for it. At the end of the day, it's your choice and it's your life. So this is all for this group number 2. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon on my channel with another video. Bye bye. Hello guys, so this is group number 3. Thank you so much for coming back. So let's see what kind of energy and messages we get for this group for the upcoming days. Let's see, first of all, what are the overall energy for this reading. Let's have a look. So we go, it's your time, and new outlook. Oh, this is really interesting. So for the majority of you, it seems to me that the message is encouraging you to understand that it's your time for something. It is the right time. And I think it's a time to explore your horizon and what else is out there. Maybe you've been thinking about doing something, maybe a plan or a project, a move, something like that. And the right time is finally arrived. You're basically ready. The time has arrived. So let's see what else do we get with the cards. Don't wait for me, please. Okay, interesting. So someone, or or yourself, is telling someone basically, don't wait for me. You are ready. This is your time. And maybe somebody was holding you back, and they are telling you not to wait for them, or you're telling yourself, or you're telling this person, please don't wait for me, because I am focusing on checking what is out there, or making my own plans. Let's see what else do we get with the tarot. We got the 9 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, so strongly I can see an energy of holding back. There is an energy of seeing things only a certain way, certain tradition, certain beliefs, that has been causing maybe some nightmares, some insecurities, sleepless night, feeling like there is no way out, feeling constructed to a certain belief or a certain situation. But we can see with this other card, they almost like, giving up and decided to move on, I feel like the majority of you have tried hard to make something or deal with something out of feeling like you have to, because maybe of some tradition or some institution that you are on, or some beliefs that you are constrained to, and this has caused a lot of stress, a lot of nightmares, a lot of insecurity and negativity. And finally, I think the majority of you is releasing this with the Eight of Cups. So you are moving away and you're finally deciding, this is my time and I am going to see things from another perspective, and I'm start to look at my future, at things, what I want to do or what I want to do with a certain situation. And I'm not letting this situation hold me back anymore. I'm not waiting for anybody else to change the way they are, holding me back, and so on. So let's see if we can clarify a couple of cards. Let's see. Why do we have the Eight of Cups, please? Why the collective is feeling like they have to move away, that there is no other fix, anything else they can do in a certain situation, and they're looking forward to moving away? Judgment. So they had a wake-up call. So I feel the collective realized that this couldn't carry on, that wasn't good for you, that something or someone was holding you back and making you feel stressed, unhappy, and so finally you realize that, and now you are deciding, okay, this is my time, I'm looking forward to what can be. I'm not waiting for anybody, and I don't expect anybody to wait for me. Why do we have the Nine of Swords, please? Why do we have the Nine of Swords? Show us the card. Why do we have the Nine of Swords? The Hanged Cat. Okay. So yeah, basically you, the collective, you guys are seeing things from a different perspective. So this card is reinforcing this card, New Outlook. So you're seeing things from a different perspective after you've been stuck in something, a situation or someone. You see things for what they are, and you don't want to be held back anymore, you're not waiting anymore. And you're looking forward to possibilities. What else do we need to know for the collective for this reading, please? What else do we need to know for the collective for this reading, please? Show us the card. What else do we need to know for this reading for the collective? We got the Hierophant again. Okay, so we got double confirmation. So yeah, so I feel in this, for this group, tradition or being part of a certain community or certain beliefs was one of the main problem with this reading. You know, whatever you've been dealing with, it's something to do with certain beliefs or certain tradition or some sort of community structure that you are connected to, or the person that you are dealing with. This is coming strongly in this reading, and then finally you realize that this situation or person was holding you back, or maybe you were holding back someone because of your beliefs or your attachment to certain structure of life or situation, maybe a way of living, a way of believing. And so this is now, you know, there has been a wake-up call, there's been a chance to see things from a different perspective, and so things will be moving forward. So you're either not waiting for someone anymore, like I said, or they're not waiting for you. If you want to remain in this energy, constructed in this energy. This person is looking at a beautiful rainbow and looking forward to possibility. Not everybody is able to do that. Some people can or some people can't. Some people prefer to have certain structure, to remain in their beliefs, and that's okay, you know. It is a personal choice. It depends on people. Now let's see what we get from the oracle as a message and advice. We have freedom, number 19. So let's see in details what is the message for this card from the artist for this oracle. So number 19. Freedom brings the message that you do not need to stay where you are. You can change your position. You can rise up and see the world from a different point of view. You have the wings. All you need is the desire and self-confidence to fly. Freedom brings movement, flexibility, and the ability to expand your horizons. Whether it is freedom to travel, freedom to make the decision at work, freedom to splurge on your favorite meal. When this card appears, you might need to ask yourself some questions. In which areas of your life would you like to expand your freedom? What is the definition of freedom? So this is a beautiful card that really explains the reading so far. So the card is encouraging you to embrace the freedom. And it doesn't have to be, it could be maybe something to do with your personal life. It doesn't even have to be to abandon a certain structure or aspect of your life, but perhaps to be more open, to see things from a different point of view, maybe to be more open to people who think differently from you. So this will depend, it will be different message from people connecting to this reading. It could be free yourself from a structure, beliefs that you feel are holding you back, and be more open for possibility. Or maybe you are starting to change your belief system and see things from a different perspective. Maybe you were living your life with certain beliefs, a certain structure, and now you realize that you don't have to do that. That you can embrace other possibility, even if you keep the existing beliefs. And I feel like this is the right time to do that for the majority of you. So there is like a sort of transformation in this reading for these people. And also as a reminder, this card again, that you don't need to stay where you are, that you can change your position wherever you are dealing with. You can move on. So interesting. Now let's see the other message from this oracle card. Pave your own way. Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. So this completes nicely the reading, and now let's have a look at the booklet from the artist to understand better about this card. So, pave your way. Number 108. Pave Your Way is a card of boldness and leadership. It's one that invites you to do things in your way and bravely go where perhaps no one else has gone before. Maybe you are the first on your family system to do something new. Or perhaps you are a black sheep of the flock. Embrace your uniqueness, journey courageously into the unknown, and do it in a way that only you can. How are you being called to step forward and lead? What kind of leader do you wish you'd had while you were growing up? What kind of leader do you wish you had now? How can you be that yourself and others who are just like you now? What new places are you being called to explore? What are you being called to do differently? So this is a beautiful message that really finalize this reading for this group. So the card is basically acknowledging They invite you basically to be bold, to take leadership of your life, and you know, to be brave, not to be worried about going somewhere that maybe you haven't been before. Also, maybe your family haven't been before. Maybe because we got the Hierophant here, which is about certain beliefs or culture or structure. Maybe you will be the first one in your family to do something different. Maybe you get criticized for not following certain structure or certain beliefs, but the card is encouraging you not to be scared of the journey, not to be scared to be yourself, your unique self. And you are basically called to explore this this desire that you have, probably for freedom, you know, for making changes in your life. So yeah, it's asking you basically to be bold, you know, to be courageous, and I think it will pay off. Sometimes it can be difficult when we live in a certain structure or certain beliefs, or people have expectation from us to believe or live a certain way. It can be very difficult and challenging, but the card is basically tell you, don't worry and be bold. There is always a first time, you know, when we make changes in our life. It's always difficult sometimes because people have certain expectation. Maybe you get criticized, but you know, the card is encouraging you to go for it anyway, to be courageous. So this is a very interesting reading for this collective that I'm reading for. Now let's see a final message from this oracle. Sometimes can be rewarding to do your own thing, to go against the wind, you know. Yes, it requires courage, but it can pay off. And also remember, the life is yours, so you have to live it the way you want, regardless of disappointing people or not following what people expect of you. It's your life. Remember, it's only one life we have, and it's your life. So the card is Scars. Beauty marks of your survival. Now let's see in more details what else we need to know about this card. Number 29. Your emotional and psychological scars aren't flaws to hide. They are evidence of your strength, resilience, and capacity to survive what would have destroyed others. Wear them proudly. So yeah, I think the card is emphasizing the fact that you know, your emotional baggage, your psychological scarf caused by events or other people, you shouldn't hide them. They're not flaws, and it shows you your resilience basically. Share one story about overcoming difficulty with someone who might benefit from hearing it. So I feel like the card is encouraging you. You know, if you feel like you're a black sheep of the family, or you are doing something different comparing to the rest of your family, don't be afraid of it, and expressing this to someone in the same situation might help them to have the same courage to free themselves and to be more, do what they want, basically, have more courageous in that sense. I trust my inner wisdom as the most reliable guide. Yes, your most reliable guide is your wisdom and what you desire. So don't let others influence you, even if it can be difficult for some people. Overthinking and seeking constant external validation draws out the quiet voice of inner wisdom. Yeah, remember that you know, of course, people want validation, especially from the people they care about. But remember, ultimately, like I said, this is your life, and you're supposed to make your own choice, whether people like it or not, or whatever you disappoint the expectation of others. So I hope this was useful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed the reading, and I will see you soon on my channel with another one. Thank you, bye bye.